message out of you, but I missed it. Harold, I really miss you. However, one loss is one gain. Yes, I have a mixed feeling of Harold's retirement. He is an advocate of handicapped individuals in the city. He knows the city's ins and outs. And he and I go to different places and get the referrals or information where we can get the job development or where we can find a placement, and he would have all the information. Harold, today I'm going to miss you. That is a sadness of my part. However, happiness for Harold is free at last. You are free from official duties. You are free to do anything you wish to do. I envy you, Harold. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how long you know Harold Hunter, but the next person has been Mr. Hunter's secretary for longer than any secretary I've known to stay aboard with Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter is a good worker, and Mr. Hunter works you just as hard as he works. And you're not only his clerk typist, you are his assistant. And I think that Gene Gallatin deserves an award along with Mr. Hunter. Gene has been a beautiful person, and Mr. Hunter has always given her the praise that she deserves. Jean was his last secretary, and we'd like for her to come forward and speak of working with our honoree tonight.
I'll be brief, but I'll be sincere. I started 1975 to work with Mr. Hunter, and we established a very good working relationship down through the years. And yes, he's a hard driver, but I'm a hard worker, so we made a good team. We weathered the storms, the up and downs, and we even survived the 9/11s. So I have mixed feelings about his retirement. He will be missed. But I wish him well. I wish much happiness for him and his family, and good health through the years. And my thanks and deepest appreciation for the thoughtfulness and kindness that he has shown to me. And I really appreciate that. And again, I wish him a happy retirement. He certainly has earned it.
To give our program a different little tone, we've asked someone from Mr. Hunter's church, and whether you know it or not, Mr. Hunter has been pastoring for many years. He is presently the pastor of King Emmanuel Baptist Church, where he has been since 1979. And one of his faithful workmen has asked to do a special tribute to her pastor tonight, Miss Laverne Garrett, who is the administrative assistant for King Emmanuel Baptist Church will come forward now.
Good evening. It is indeed an honor to be here tonight to pay tribute to Pastor Hunter. Most of you all, I heard everyone call him Mr. Hunter, and say a lot of people are saying Harold, so maybe one day I'll be able to say Harold or Mr., but he's my pastor. And I've known Pastor Hunter since 1982 when I first joined the church. And God has truly blessed us, the whole congregation, with a wonderful pastor. And I'm going to repeat something that I know is true. And I heard Reverend Gregory, our pastor's pastor, Reverend Gregory is from Shiloh Baptist Church, and he was at our anniversary for Pastor and Mrs. Hunter last week, as a matter of fact. And I believe the same thing. You cannot count the times that Pastor Hunter has prayed for us. You cannot count the times that Pastor Hunter has gone to hospitals to see the sick. You cannot count the times that Pastor Hunter has counseled members from our church for any number of reasons. You cannot count the times that Pastor Hunter has just come to see you, call you up to see how you were doing, to see if you needed anything, to see if you had a problem. And Mrs. Hunter has been right with him. And I'd just like to say to you all tonight that I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see everyone here honoring him on this special occasion. He deserves a lot. And I wish and hope that God will bless him and his family forever and ever. Thank you.
Good.
I would like to ask, I'm going to deviate from the program a little. We have Mr. Isaac Long, who is with the mayor's office. I'm going to ask him to come forward next with his tribute to our outreach night. Mr. Long.
I'd like to say good evening to everyone. I'm coming tonight wearing two hats. One as a friend of Reverend Hunter and the other one representing the mayor. I would like to first express my feeling and congratulations to Reverend Hunter. I met Reverend Hunter several years ago. I called him on a special occasion. He was at church, and we set up a date. I came over, and from the beginning, we struck it off very, very nice. And from that day until this day, Reverend Hunter has been a part of my life. Reverend Hunter impresses me because Reverend Hunter, not only from work, I think I heard someone say that Reverend Hunter brings someone in the back door. Now, when he can't get them in your back door, he calls me. So it doesn't stop that. And Reverend Hunter is that type of person. If you can't get something done at that direction, he follows another direction. And I've learned to work with him. Certainly, I am here to reinforce his retirement, because also Reverend Hunter wears another hat. Reverend Hunter is on the executive board of the Adam Morgan Festival. If you all know, Adam Morgan Festival is probably one of the largest festivals on the East Coast. Last year we had 375,000 people to attend. Now, we only have it for one day, but Reverend Hunter had to work the year round in order for that one day to happen. So we thank you for Reverend Hunter now. He doesn't have an excuse for not attending meetings. And I'm here to make sure that I am the chair, so he will not. We also meet at Reverend Hunter's church for meetings. Let me tell you this, the next to last time we met, Reverend Hunter he was trying to attend two meetings at one time. The one that we were having and the one that he had. So what had happened was, I think they decided to carry his meeting upstairs. And I think after he came back down, we had to wait for him because if you ever been in a meeting with Reverend Hunter, he's really a part of that meeting. He makes himself known, and he can and will contribute. So that's the reason. The other part that impressed me about Reverend Hunter, he asked me several years ago also to represent the Methodist Church. He was having a war day. That really impresses me because Reverend Hunter believes in and supports education. He had from the young adults to the elder that were getting awards, even scholarships. And that really impressed me because that's what I'm into, education. And he went about it that Sunday, and I said, well, I'm out of this. The next year, I was called again. If you all know Reverend Hunter is, he never will let you know what's going to happen until the last moment. So you better be ready. And so he was there. Now, on that occasion, is that I would say, is that Reverend Hunter is a community-minded person. And I can see why he was in the Department of Human Service. Because it's very seldom you get to work in the field that you have expertise in. And he does that. I'm also here tonight to remind him is that his job has just begun. Just begun. Is that I'm also here to say to Mrs. Hunter is that I will make sure that you won't be aggravated that much at home because I have a job for him. Secondly, I think I've said enough on that. I do have a letter here of congratulations from the mayor of the District of Columbia, Mayor Mary Barrett. So if you will come forward, Reverend Hunter, since I haven't yet earned the right to call him Harold, I will still call him Reverend Hunter. Okay, Reverend Hunter, it states March the 23rd, 1990. Reverend Harold C. Hunter, 409 Underwood Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 2012. Dear Reverend Hunter, it's given me great pleasure to say congratulations to you on the occasion of your recent retirement. After 25 years of dedicated service to the federal and the district government, I am sure, despite the change in daily routine, that you will continue to remain active in your pursuit and endeavor, and also continue to set an example that all of us in the District of Columbia can be proud of. Best wishes for continued good health and prosperity. Sincerely yours, Mayor Mary Barrett Jr., the Mayor of the District of Columbia. Congratulations. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat in store for us tonight. I would like for Caroline Porter, who is my ex-pastor's daughter, to come forward, who wants to dedicate a song to Mr. Hunter, who has been in her life most of her life. Caroline, please come forward.
He's been in my life all of my life. But Mr. Hunter, the unique thing about him, he was the best man at my father's wedding. And my father died, I think it was 2 years ago. And he kind of like took over as my second father. But I dedicate this to first to God and to Pastor Hunter. And this is to God be the glory because he owes it all to God that he has his retirement and his church. How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million nations
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. With His love, He has saved me. With His power, He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Praise God.
Next, we're going to get back to work a little. I ask Marianne Desmond, who's presently the acting division chief of the Client Services Division of Rehabilitation Services Administration, to come forward. And Ms. Desmond has known the honoree as a counselor, as a trainer, as a branch chief, and now as a division chief. Ms. Mesmer.
First memory I have of you, Harold, is in a training program shortly after you came to work at the agency. You were there 21 years. I don't want to say how many years I've been there. But all of us have been working together for a lot of years, and we have had a lot of good, positive experiences working together to serve persons with disabilities in the district. I remember the training program. It was we had a counseling problem, and then people worked a little bit on the problem and then talked about it. And I remember thinking about how sophisticated Harold's ideas about working through the counseling problem were. And Harold was noted for his skill in counseling and working with individuals, and also for his determination to work with people and to get them the services that they needed. And as we have stated here before this evening, it has not always been easy to do that, but he worked very diligently to make sure that people had the services that they needed in order to become rehabilitated. Now, I have written just a short letter, Harold, and I'd like to read that, but you don't have to stand, and I will just hand it to you as I come back along the road. Dear Mr. Hunter, the staff of the Client Services Division join me in expressing appreciation to you for your 21 years of service as a rehabilitation counselor working to assist persons with physical disabilities achieve economic independence. You have, over the years, showed interest in and concern for the clients whom you served, and we thank you for that. We are sure that you will continue your service to people during your retirement, and that the District of Columbia community will benefit from your involvement. We wish you health and happiness. Sincerely, Mary Ann. And Harold, we do wish you health and happiness, and we know that you will always continue to work untiringly so that people's lives will be better. Thank you.
Next, we're going to ask the present branch chief, Services Administration, Kay and Trotter, come forward and speak of her loss of having one of the oldest councils leave, not in years, I'm speaking from experience. I know that she has lost Mr. Harn, who has always been one to take up the slack of the branch level. Mrs. Trotter.
Unfortunately, I only knew Mr. Hunter at the end of his time with the agency, but he was very involved, very caring, very trying to do the most for his clients. We had some spirited discussions and disagreements, but I always knew that the main objective with Mr. Hunter was helping people and trying to make a system that sometimes wasn't too responsive, more responsive. When I came in, he told me that he spent sometimes his mornings now taking the grandchild places and doing things, and he looked so happy, and it's like such a lovely grandchild. And we just wish you well and happiness, and know that you're going to be serving other people like you have with us as you move on in your career.
In case most of you don't know them, my wife is in the stand. Joy, Carol Jr., Crystal and her family, Crystal Brooks, I don't know your husband's name, Leslie, and the grandson, Mr. Harold is a grandfather also. They're going to present special expressions and feelings for their father.
Good evening, everyone. We thought it'd be best. We had so much stuff to say, we really couldn't say all of it. So we thought it'd be best to identify with my father. I can't call him Mr. Hunter or Reverend Hunter or Harold either. I'll just say my father. With the scripture in the Bible, which talks about the gifts of the Holy Spirit, and it's in 12th chapter of Corinthians, starting at verse 7, says each one is given some proof of the Spirit's presence for the good of all. The Spirit gives one man a message of wisdom, while to another man the same Spirit which gives a message of knowledge. Now, I just want to mention the part about the message of wisdom. You know how when you're young and you go to your parents for advice, or maybe you don't go to them, they just offer it. And while they're talking, you're thinking, yeah, right. And you really don't think they know what they're talking about. But later on, exactly what they said would happen, and you're like, wow, that's exactly what he said. So that relates to me, that message of wisdom, where the Spirit gives him a message of wisdom, and he gives it to me. And it's my job to take that and apply it to my life. So I just wanted to speak to that first, and Joyce will speak to the next one. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to speak to verse 9. One and the same Spirit gives faith to one man, while to another man he gives the power to heal. And I like to talk about faith. And it makes me think about when I was a young girl, and my father used to work at Junior Village before he worked with you guys. So we were going home, and it had rained, and it was had stopped though. And we went to the car, and it was really muddy. And we got in the car, and I was just so happy to go home. And my father
Oh, I can tell you this first. The junior village, right, it overlooked these houses. There was the parking lot was right on a cliff. So I looked out and I was like, wow, look, it was beautiful because you can see everything below. But the car, you know, your tire gets stuck. Our tire got stuck. And I was like, oh no, we have to call a tow truck to tow us out of here. But my father said no, you know, he was just gonna rock it back and forth. I'm like, well, we could go over this cliff, you know. You know, you don't want to do that, but, you know. But when I think about that, I think about the faith that he instilled in me from that time on. You know, don't worry, you know, God will take care of us, you know. And I think about that, Dad. When I get to points in my life when I'm like, I might go over this cliff. But I have to have faith, and thank you for that.
Oh.
I am reading verse 10 to 11.
Junior, the thing turned over.
Chapter 12 of Corinthians. The Spirit gives one man the power to work miracles, to another the gift of speaking God's message,
It turned over, Junior.
and to yet another the ability to tell the difference between gifts that come from the Spirit and those that do not. To one man he gives the ability to speak with strange sounds. To another he gives the ability to explain what these sounds mean. But it is one and the same Spirit who does this. He gives a different gift to each man as he wishes. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his holy word. I'm deeply happy and honored to be here today, and I would like to congratulate all of my father's colleagues. They have done an excellent job as far as taking good care of him. When I had read these verses here, I was thinking about my father, and I know that my father is strong of the spirit and not of the flesh. Because I'm sure he and I knows that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities in high places. So I would like to continue to support my father in whatever he chooses to do. And hopefully this will be a beginning of a new life and not just a retirement. Thank you.
That was really good, Junior.
Before I say this final statement, I just want to say when she said Reverend Hunter's a hard worker and he works his secretary just as hard, let me tell you, at home, it doesn't end. He pushed every one of us to do the absolute best we could in school. If I came home with a C, I said, what's wrong with the C? He said, it's not an A. It's not an A. Don't compare yourself to the person who's the lowest in class. Compare yourself to the highest and always reach for the best. So I just want to say that. Okay. We just want to leave them with this thought. At this special moment in life, make time for yourself. Laugh heartily, spread joy, have faith, and celebrate life.
I'm going to ask Rachel Dorsey, Twain Franklin, and Cheryl Thornton to come forward with the presentation of the gifts.
Good evening. I've heard all the nice things said about Mr. Hunter. And as far as going back to years, we go back a long ways. And I think I beat you on one thing, Mr. Hunter. I'm a grandmother of 8. But you're still a great person. And as I told you when you came in, We've known each other a long, long time, and it was always a good working relationship. And any time that I could help you, I was always there for you, and you know that. And before we present this gift, this little card here, when you came in, I expressed this card that we had made up for you. She's not here right now, but Barbara Flood and I thought this up. It's a little memento of, it has we cut off pieces. In fact, I cut off these pieces of cards. You have a 9/11 here, a piece of that. You have a control card, a piece of that. You have a client's rights and responsibilities, initial interview. You have a part of a travel voucher. You have a part of a 528, an eligibility justification. You have a vocational appraisal. And last at least, you have the social service record, which reads, Harold Hunter, record number 1990, status 26, closed rehabilitated. Harold Hunter was referred to RSA by his retirement committee on March 23, 1990. Date 3/23/90, closing summary. Harold Hunter is free at last. Was referred by Rehabilitation Services Administration to retire and get on with the wonderful things of life. Created especially for Harold Hunter by Rachel Dorsey and Barbara Flood, March 23, 1990. The case is being closed in status 26 as rehabilitated. I hope you enjoy it. This is the best part. Ms. Tyler, would you come forward, please? This is a gift that, I think you requested this gift too. This is from the Rehabilitation Services Administration for your services, your 21 services that you gave to the public and to your clients and wherever was necessary. And we hope that you appreciate this gift and hope that you treasure it and cherish it for as long as you're out there. Okay? You have to open it up.
We always do. Well, you go home.
Now everybody be able to keep up with him.
This is a remote, an AT&T remote answering service.
How about that? Close co-worker, Mr. Ten.
Hey.
Mr. Ten, would you like to open this? Or you want me to?
Hey, wait, let's look at this wrapping.
By the way, who did this, Mr. Hunt? Oh my goodness. Mr. Ten?
I supervised and my wife did.
My goodness. Isn't that nice? An elephant. And so I'm told an elephant is for good luck. Especially if you turn the behind to the door. Remember that.
I'll remember that.
then you have some cards. Would you like me to read the cards? Okay. With warmest wishes on your retirement, to our dear friend Harold, may your retirement open up a whole new world for you, a world of pleasant happenings and things you like to do, a world of bright new interests and friendships by the score, and more deep down contentment than you've ever known before. Congratulations, Mom, what is that? Mom, and Betty Ten. I'm sorry, Mr. Ten. Happy retirement. During all the years I've known you, you've been an inspiration. You never stopped growing, never stopped dreaming, never stopped meeting challenges. You really earned the right to celebrate your retirement. God bless you and your family, Terry Worthy. Warmest wishes as you retire. Hoping that your retirement is a time of happiness and contentment, a time for doing all the things you want to do. Enjoy your retirement. Best wishes always, God bless you, Gene Gallatin. And here's a picture of Mr. Hunter. How old were you then, Mr. Hunter?
Jean did that. She drew it.
Oh, Gene drew that. That's nice. All right.
I think you'll get her a hand for that.
Yeah. Just sitting here thinking how lucky I am. Dear Harold and family, you have been such a big... This is Millie Vernon. It got to be Millie Vernon. You have been such a big part of my past at Vocational Rehabilitation, your family. The children have grown up during our long association. I'm happy for you and your family. I'm happy for you and your family. Miss Vernon, would you like to read this card?